All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Mouthpiece got the script off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
He has a new suit.
He's an honest guy.
Well, I'm back in LA Noire. Let's see if I can. Good. I'd rather drive
She
too.
wants a 5-star. Goddamn.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised here that it's at 6 months later and that I'm not on Vice. The way that the last story ended, he met with Roy, who was a Vice detective, and he was a pretty vile individual. This time, I guess I have a new partner that's not Bukowski or Roy.
What happened to Rose?
And homicide.
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the desk.
Where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps.
Phelps is
I didn't
a chump.
ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself.
Dang.
See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
Well,
What did he mean by the werewolf?
The Dahlia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
Were any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
here I am just realizing now that the streets are actually named on the map. I should have known that. I don't know why I didn't know that. I'm gonna, let's see, park here 1 second. Okay, looks like I'm at the crime. Scene of the crime.
Crime scene is just up the dirt road, detective.
Oh, got it, thank you. A little bit further. Let's see.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Well, it looks like Phelps won over some points with his new partner there, so which is good. Getting the good books and a new crime to investigate.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this.
Yeah, that's pretty
known
shocking.
locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Good. Okay, so as always, I think I'm probably gonna have to go around and investigate it first and pick up some clues. Although, there isn't music, so... Oh, there is music. Alright, I see. Oh, he put out the thing. You gotta love Rockstar games and their
It's
attention
like some
to detail.
kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Yeah, what is this? Like a little globe? What type of Resident Evil nonsense is this? Have to solve a puzzle? I haven't done this in a while, actually. Maybe... Hold on. I don't think I can go to the bottom one, so... There we go. Hey! What's this? That's...
The Bamba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
That's an extravagant lighter. I'm all about that. Interesting. Okay. I don't want to see that dead woman yet. You know, I've had a lot more full frontal nudity on this channel than I ever would have imagined. It's Alan Wake and this one, and I know that there's one more. Just can't think of it right now.
The victim's bag?
Anything inside? What is that?
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
This is the rare game where I genuinely... I don't know what I was doing when it came out, but I know nothing about it. Is there something here? I was looking over here. Yeah, I missed it when it came out. I really know nothing about it, and it's been fun really experiencing on a week-to-week basis, seeing what the case of the week is, and I don't know, it's a nice way to play a game. Footprints.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
So small feet. Let's look at the body, I guess, then.
Cause of death?
It could be the head injuries. She has been badly stalked. The cuts look superficial.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
It's horrible. Alright, well, I don't know if there will be anything else here to really investigate and see. I really kind of want to let the poor woman be.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Huh. Why would they take a ring? No? Anything else? Does he have any comments on the writing?
Interesting.
There. That's lipstick.
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD, Black Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Interesting.
Bamba, man could die of thirst on a case like this.
I don't know how I feel about this new guy yet. The only thing that I'm happy is that I'm glad it's not Roy. I think that's what the Vice guy's name was. He was a pretty disgusting individual, I think. This guy seems a lot less approachable and a little bit more crotchety, but I think he was with his partner for a good amount of time is what the briefing said, so I assume it will take a little bit of time to warm up to him. This didn't go the way that I was expecting it to. The Bamba Club. I guess it just automatically had me talk to the coroner there then. Oops.
Gently.
We don't do things gentle here. He doesn't know Cole Phelps, renegade driver. As far as I'm concerned, it's just driving around LA.
Damn.
Actually,
Werewolf? For my money, copycat. I get the point.
that's the first breakable thing that I've seen. What was the
We can't
point?
rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. A cop.
Oh, I thought I would go up. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I really want to hear the dialogue.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. I've been working evidence on the BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Hotshot. What's more likely? A werewolf?
Oh,
Hey!
my God.
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months with Storm. Some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
I really like the angle that they're taking so far with the partner detectives. I thought for, you know, it being a Rockstar game and all, that they would be a little bit more jokey and comic relief, which I guess they are, but they are presented as like pretty competent so far. So I like that. It does make you feel more like a more like a
Whoa
rookie.
there!
That's the thing that he comments on. Not falling off the cliff. I do really like that they seem so far to be kind of like, you know, they're taking him under their wing versus, you know, like outright antagonistic or, you know, like your typical rock star, like bumbling satirical figure. It's very well done of a game. Bamba Club doesn't look the way that I expected it to be honest. Air conditioned. Amazing. Although I have to say, I moved out of LA and I no longer live there.
Gentlemen,
Crazy drivers are
what can I
way
get?
crazier here.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
I don't
Fire
trust that
away,
guy's
Phelps.
haircut.
I'll stay here. I'm a little parched.
Oh, he was updated.
Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
At this time of day, really? While on the job? I mean, I realize I've seen Mad Men and everything. It's the combination of those two that is surprising to me. All right, let's look at it. Celine Henry is the murder victim.
Going to pay for that?
That much was obvious. Suspect.
House officer.
That's the spirit. Pour me another.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'm glad I was here for that dialogue. Yeah, okay, we'll go talk to the guy. I really like the vibes of this place. The theming's very cool.
I think he's a
Very
bit of a
well done.
ganguero, but treats me nice.
Probably this guy. He wears a
Man has
hibiscus.
taken me to
Is that a
find-
hibiscus?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine?
Christ. Sure, I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
How did he know she was dead? I don't think he said that. I might have to go back and revisit it, but I think that it's weird that he said was already, unless it's been in the papers. But the photographers were already there at the scene of the murder, so I don't know. I find that very suspicious. Although, you know, it is a video game and everything, but it is a yellow hibiscus. I'm just used to red.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
I don't really have anything to accuse with, but I'm going to fire off an accusation to see, like, what avenue Phelps goes down.
You say you liked Celine McCall? How much did you like her? You two cozy up when she was drunk?
You're trying to lay this on me? I hope you got more than just hot air to back that up, wise guy.
That really wasn't that outlandish of a thing. But I don't think that I have anything really to... He wasn't telling the truth.
Looks like I was mistaken.
I don't think he is. He's shifty and his eyes are darting in different directions. And a bad cop. He's withholding something, but I don't think I have that much evidence. It could be the lighter, but I don't think that the lighter really proves.
How about a name? This is a murder beef, McCall. You don't want any adverse publicity for this place, do you?
If I had names, I would give them to you. I like Celine. I'd like to see you get whoever did this. Clear on that?
I don't think that worked.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Again, he's clearly not telling the truth, but... Hey, look at how fidgety he is. I don't know...
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're going to tell me.
I think
okay.
That was right.
I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days.
Yeah, it's obvious you still do.
Yes, I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
Did he? I mean, I knew about it, and it's been 3 seconds with this guy. What's the knowledge you have of Jacob?
You know the husband?
Sure, I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
That was a very, again, not... He's looking kind of like straight at Phelps this time. The line reading maybe was a little sus, but good cop here.
Was he ever violent with her?
Celine came in here last night looking like she'd taken a slap. They don't live together anymore, so it might not have been him.
McCall, you said you liked her, and yet you've been no help at all. I want Celine's address.
Damn it.
142 North Union. Now get the hell out of my bar.
Didn't make a good impression on this guy, I guess. Oh man, off my game today, but that's such a bummer. I could have sworn he was doing all right on the last one. I could have sworn that it worked out, but all right. Well, I guess get used to the murder investigations here. It's not traffic
Hey, what's
anymore.
the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Hey, gross, I don't want to hear about your stool. Harder with a new person and they get too familiar. Okay, fine. Make me look silly. That's where you lose your sense of immersion, is stuff like that. Alright.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
Interesting, so Cole's developed a reputation then around the precinct.
The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identify.
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm on a mission. I also gotta take my dog for a walk, so... It's about that. Why can I not? I promise I haven't been drinking. Cole's developed a reputation, apparently, as kind of like a Boy Scout. A little holier than thou, but... This guy doesn't seem entirely dishonest either. He just seems like he's a little jaded from being on the force in his position for as long as he has. He's probably seen some stuff. I do think that they're painting Cole as like a little naive, maybe? I don't know what the overarching story is here. What the development is going to be with Cole as a detective in person. Because he is being portrayed a little bit as a little too bright-eyed for the detectives.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Okay.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Huh. I like the tile work around the door. Glasses.
Incidental.
Okay, yeah, exactly. What a weird, like, goggles there. They're a little out of place, but it's a cool house. I like the design here. Huh. What could this be?
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Yeah, but what could it be, even if it's not relevant? Beer on the couch. Oh, a shoe. A stiletto. Honestly, who throws a shoe?
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
Huh. Is that the killer that used a stiletto? A man wearing women's shoes, maybe?
I don't think this is going to help us.
It's just a bowl. One of my faults as a person and while playing games is
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
he's got a point. I wouldn't do that. What does that say? Nabisco shredded wheat. Oh, name brand stuff. That's wild. He went outside, but let's see if there's anything still in here. Oxydol.
Circumstantial.
That's not even circumstantial. That's just a plain irrelevant thing. If you sober up, you can find me at apartment 2.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Jeez.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
He just drank. This guy.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
A regular Amelia Earhart per day. The ring looks distinctive.
It does. That explains the goggles, too. I thought they were weird, but apparently not.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
I don't know that it does. And then just to complete the pickups, there we go. She was drinking. It looks like the husband went to go. What the hell?
Tell me anything.
Oh, it's a blow dryer. I see. I was like, it's a giant whistle. The husband went to Michigan, it said. There's no way that he did it then. I think it's the barkeeper. Female shoe, 4th century, missing jewelry. I don't know if there's going to be any... Well, let me look outside real quick. Who's this?
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
Oh my god, I was going to say, she looks like a little uppity. We'll see.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan.
Horgan?
I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up.
Her dander?
What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
New clue, marital problems. No, she was very murdered. There's no doubt about that. But this lady's like, I'm not a busybody, but I'm just saying at around 10 o'clock, she left extremely drunk. She had a fight with her husband, and I was glued to the window watching all of it. Come on. Can we sit? Can we sit and rap? Can we talk? What do I do now? I thought I clicked on people. It's not giving me the option to really do too much, so let me check back in with the partner and say, partner, I'm a little out of my element here.
This guy's got a screw loose.
Did he whack him? I'm glad he did. All right, so there is one more clue somewhere. What's the clue? I feel like I looked all over the place. The detective, he's in the car also, so that leads me to believe that I probably have to go somewhere else. He's not even out here to talk to it, so.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
I don't think he is either. Why leave a note and say, come
Jacob
find me
Henry
if you
had a
sober
violent
up?
argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in and keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
I'm in the middle of a case. Someone else could respond to that.
God, you're gonna kill us!
No, that's not even the worst thing I did while driving so far. Do you have to go around?
Cole, come on!
That's the world's sturdiest clothesline. Alright. There we go.
Okay,
what a
Phelps,
cool
you're going
looking
hard.
apartment
Follow
complex.
my lead.
Did he have his gun out? Why does he have his gun out?
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
That she's...
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
He has moving boxes all
I'm sorry.
over. What are they trying to do? Spook him to get some answers out of him? No, I'm not going to talk to him yet.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Yeah, I wanted to look. I thought it was asking me to look at the boxes.
I doubt it.
I think that's an interesting find, but maybe okay.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try the gas chamber.
Jesus. The poor guy. He clearly had to move out from his house and isn't, you know, even fully moved in yet. Move the pencil.
He'll be back any moment.
Oh. It's funny because I was playing, there was a puzzle like this in a recent game that I was playing.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
I don't know. She was suffering from alcoholism. He has a book about it. I really don't. Maybe. Size 8? Oh, that's 11.
Size 11s.
There's the music. Why didn't it go off on the last one? Maybe it's a continuation of the last one. I really don't know. I'm a little frustrated that I didn't get the music on the last one though. Hey buddy, I'm sorry your wife is dead. From, you know, looks like she was a catch in comparison.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
That's...
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Did you come out a lawyer? I don't know, he said. Is he being truthful? Yes.
We know that she drinks, Jacob. Drunks have regular haunts, places they feel relaxed.
Celine did most of her drinking at home. She didn't have many friends left. Not many alcoholics do. Not real friends, anyway.
He seemed genuinely concerned there.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
He's staring right in the eyes, and again, I have no indication that he might be not telling the truth.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Okay, I was gonna say, the other lady said around 10, who was definitely a busybody, but let me see.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Okay, there, he's shifty. Why are you shifty?
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth?
I sure do. My mouth may be big, but so is your notebook. Uh-huh.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
Yeah, I think he's telling the truth there. And it gave me a check mark, so.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place.
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. I'm not the going out type.
He doesn't look like it.
Did a neighbor see you? Did you talk to anyone? You need an alibi, Jacob.
I don't have one. I was here. I listened to Amos and Andy on the radio, and then I went to bed.
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're going to tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Hey, I wasn't even holding the control. Hold on.
Just leave it at that. What's this bunkum?
You're awful hot under the collar for an innocent man, Mr. Henry.
Yeah, he sure is. Okay, fine.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Yeah. So he did swing at them, and maybe there is something to that, but the other guy was baiting him like crazy.
Operator, message for KGPL.
I like the operator.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I like her.
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective.
Any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. In regards to the Celine Henry homicide, the owner of the Turkey Bowl restaurant at 1535 West 3rd Street says the victim was at his restaurant last night.
Turkey Bowl restaurant. We'll check it out.
Turkey Bowl?
You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Oh, God.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doctor.
Oh. What an interesting looking car. All right, now we go...
I'm at a loss.
...to the turkey bowl.
Wonder if we should check that turkey bowl lead before it goes
Yeah,
cold.
that was the obvious one. I just wanted to see what he would say and talk to him. Get to know my new partner. The one thing I noticed there is that there were cornflakes behind Phelps during the call, and it's just taking a little bit of time to get used to.
Brother said she took a real pounding.
Seeing actual brands.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
They're really butting here.
Cole!
Butting heads. Two very opposite people. Turkey bowl. What the hell could that restaurant name even mean? I don't sense turkey or bowls from maybe a little bowl shaped. I like the vibes inside though.
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're working a murder case. Mrs. Celine Henry, you called in?
Yeah, the name's Jonesco. This is my place.
You saw Mrs. Henry in here last night?
Until about 1 a.m., having dinner with a friend.
Doing more drinking than eating.
You got that straight.
I like this guy.
Mrs. Henry was seen leaving another establishment in the company of a man. Did the two of them come here?
Yeah, I remember seeing her with a guy.
Did you see them leave?
They got into his old Pontiac. Dull brown color. I got to look at the license plate. 2B8899.
Who remembers that? I wanted to see what he would do, because I would never remember a license plate. I don't even know my own right now.
You have a name? Description, maybe? Come on, Mr. Nesco. We need something more to go on.
Smallish guy. Maybe 5'7". Dark complexion. Latin looking.
Oh my God, yeah, clearly. If the guy... This man is not 41. There is no way this man is 41. Oh my gosh. There is no way. I have cousins that are 41 and they look nothing like this. That's a hard 41.
What time did the two of them leave?
Around 2 a.m. They were talking pretty loud. She had a black eye. Said her husband gave it to her. Said she was going to have him committed.
Was she a regular in here?
No. I mean, I wouldn't have recognized her face among the usual crowd.
Who would want to be a regular at a place called the Turkey Bowl? He looks a little smug. He definitely looks different from the last one, but I don't know if it's like, it's just weirdness or, you know? Does it say what question I'm on? Can I see a repeat of that? Male Hispanic? I don't know. I'll do...
Was the place busy last night?
Sure was.
So how come you paid so much attention to her?
There we go.
She had something. For an older broad, I mean. Not good looking, but vivacious, full of life. I've always found that kind good in the sack. I was thinking about trying my luck, but that guy she was with had her wrapped up tight.
There we go.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Nesco. Thanks for your time.
It's creepy that he memorized her license plate number. I don't like that. Ooh, are these candies? I could go for some candy right now. Oh, I need to use the phone? What do I need to use the phone for? Why do I need to use the phone? Let me know, partner.
What now?
You should check in with R&I. Put an APB out on that plate.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Where's the phone? Oh, hold on. Oh, well, that's not a weird thing to find. this is a newspaper. Can I not click on it? I guess it's not this newspaper. Okay, fine. I didn't even know records were a collectible. That's a surprise. An unwelcome one. I'm not a big fan of collectibles.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendes of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in. Thanks, ma'am.
He did say we're coming in, so... And she did say immediately. Oh.
Where the hell's he going with that?
Yeah.
Look, Pops, just hand over the money, okay?
All right, young fellow, okay. Hold your horses. I'm getting the money.
I ain't afraid to drill you, you know.
Hey, careful with that trigger finger now. You look the nervous type.
Plug the old bastard, Lefty. If I gotta come in there, I'm spraying lead, you old coot.
LAPD, drop the weapon.
I shot you so many times. Okay, he just died.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Was that just a random event or what? Was that completely unrelated? What the hell was that about? Was that random? Hey, do you know anything about this?
More than punks like that to rattle me. You can get going.
Yeah, that must have just been some random event completely. Maybe? I'm so confused.
That's the cop.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, this guy could definitely use the cardio. What happens if you leave him behind? He needs to sweat out that alcohol.
Christ alive!
Okay. Because I don't have all day, I'm gonna get going. But if I wasn't filming this, I for sure
Mendes
would
could be our man.
Continue that on.
He could be at that, but you don't want to cross the skipper, Phelps. Not a great move in your first day. He wants Henry re-interviewed.
It's fine. Taxpayers will pay for that.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment, Cole Phelps?
No,
Yes.
sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-sister pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob, and the public will sleep easier tonight. Run along now, folks. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Huh. Do I want to do this?
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
He wasn't telling the truth.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
That was an intense accusation there. I didn't expect it to go that extreme. Do I have anything? I don't know that I do. The intensity of that accusation kind of, it really leads me to believe that, you know, that's the answer, but I don't know. It's not this one. That directly contradicts that. Domestic abuse. Maybe this one. I don't know.
I hope if you ever suffer a loss,
nah, that wasn't it.
People treat you with more dignity than you've been offering me.
You did it. Everything points to you. What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I believe him.
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. The first, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me. Love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
I think that is what Phelps wanted to hear.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
He's shifty. I think I know what this one is.
You're lying, Jacob. It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
Which one? It's this one. This one's the one. Okay. The neighbor knew.
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand.
Blackened her eye is a weird way
In
to
your
put
shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I hit her. All right? I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? I took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
This guy's 45. But he looks maybe 20 years younger than the other dude at the turkey
Why
bar.
did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about?
And he doesn't look young.
Why would I need to break in?
That was pretty convincing.
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that.
I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that. Well, in that case, I think you should be talking to Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the question.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Does it? I mean, the domestic abuse for sure.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendes could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
And I'm deeply disturbed by his ears and how pointy they are. I don't like that.
We can still pull down a conviction for the skipper if we chase down this Mendes guy.
Yeah. Why did they run? Oh, they ran because they saw me getting behind the wheel. I understand. I would too. If I saw me driving somewhere, for sure. Yeah, I don't like how the captain was just hoping to get any type of confession out there. Things need to be done right. I think Phelps.
KGPL 20 Century Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Century Unit identify.
Phelps for sure has been portrayed as like a little naive, I think, and overly idealistic, but there's a big difference between that and like what the chief was going for there, which is a conviction
Alonzo
at any
Mendes.
cost.
Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got
He has a daughter?
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
I was hoping it would cutscene before that. But fine. Okay. I like how it's like, hey, we taught you in the beginning to look for which apartment number you're going for, but here's a close-up of the apartments. Oh, I could probably press X on it, huh? I'm trying to angle the camera, but this game actually wants me to zoom in.
Mendes.
And then it zooms in directly on it. All right, 16. Sounds good. Oh, who's in the other apartments? Are there fun names? I don't recognize any of those names. But I am going to apartment 16. Where's 16? 4th floor. Oh, okay, it wants me to actually look at it. Fine. I mean, I can read the sign.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
Okay, sounds fun. Hell yeah.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Who needs warrants? Wow, this is a big apartment. All right, there's my music. Hopefully, it's not one of those situations where it's like you should have found everything before you found the key item and... A key? He didn't comment on it. Okay. Look at a view of the roof here. The old icebox. Eggs.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Well, I didn't know what I was looking at. It was a weird shaped box of eggs. Carton.
No good to me.
Hey, that's a nice tea container, though.
Optimistic, Cole.
He drinks tea and coffee. Another matchbook.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
A matchbook was a clue in the first case, and it wanted me to look closely at it, and then it's like every time after, congratulations, you noticed a matchbook, but it's not a clue anymore. A gun.
Doesn't look like anything.
I'm gonna look right down the barrel. Well, this is suspicious. I mean, it's very bloody.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
Good.
Have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break, and Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
They always run.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendes, stop right there.
At least this guy seems fit enough to actually run, unlike the last guy who seemed like a very doughy, out-of-shape man, and how he was somehow parkouring all over Los Angeles.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Why would he keep the murder weapon? Is this the alleyway from the beginning?
Get in and drive.
Oh, sure. He sure slid over fast. I'm gonna turn that off. Immersion, it's good for immersion, but it's kind of annoying to listen to. He's driving like a maniac, he is. What the hell did I hit? He's driving pretty fast. Let's get him.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Do it.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Don't try, do. Holy cow.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Hands behind your head.
Get out before your car explodes. Wait, so did he do it? Oh, it was a loading screen.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian.
Oh my god, this idiot.
Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
That goofy smile. It didn't pour him anything either. He was so eager. Amazing. I love that. That's a nice little detail. Huh. Not my best work. Not my best work, but a good first day, I guess. It says meritorious. So, to ease a guilty conscience, McCall might have offered a lead on Celine's movements after the Bamba. McCall was the first guy. Oh, so I was thinking about showing him the lighter, and that's probably what I had to do at the first case. But then my thoughts were kind of, why? I don't know. I guess it makes sense in retrospect, but at the time I was like, well, what evidence do I have that this guy still held a candle for her or anything? Interesting. All right. Well, that was a good first attempt on the the murder beat. I'm not gonna lie. I think I like the traffic cases a little bit more at this point, but I mean, this is only the first one. I definitely liked Bukowski a little bit more lively. This new guy, he seems a little crotchety, a little more old school, and a little more, like the old guard, definitely. I'm not as much of a fan as the captain. He's not as bemused either, and I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way that he was just looking for a conviction versus looking for the actual perpetrator of the crime. So it looks like that's probably where Cole's gonna maybe I'm anticipating now some type of friction between him wanting to do the right thing and what the Bureau wants him to do. Because I'm sure the more and more high profile cases become, they're going to want like certain answers and certain narratives. So it still kind of rubs me the wrong way. Not as much as the previous captain, where at the end he was like, "You blew up half the town, but you got the job done. By golly, you're our man." This guy was like, "All right, as long as I get my conviction, doesn't matter. I guess bonus points if you actually get the right person, but we need an answer and we need something that kind of wraps up cleanly. So make it happen." But yeah, that was fun. LA Noire again. Really looking forward to these cases every week. They're pretty fun. And not my best, but hopefully you do better on the next one. But yeah, thanks anybody that checked it out. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping to do these every Friday until I finish the game, which who knows how long that's going to be, but I'm having a good time with them. It's fun having a case of the week to solve. Something I look forward to, especially at the end of a long work week like this one. So thanks again. Have a happy Friday, good weekend, happy, I don't know, whatever time of year it is. All right, bye.